Hi, this is Aaron, and this is a little bit of a disclaimer just before the video. I want to make it clear that during the video I am not criticizing any country or their world leaders, but I am merely looking at it from their perspective. Welcome to episode 2 of Danger vs. Destiny in our Divine Mantra channel. This is your host Aaron. If you have not seen the first episode, then I recommend you doing so in order to get some context to this video. Today's scripture reading is from Proverbs chapter 27 verse 24. For riches do not endure forever, and a crown is not secure for all generations. The Chinese New Version Bible reads, 因为财富不是永恒的，冠冕也不能存到万代. In the last episode, we spoke of the danger of greed rather than godliness. Today's reading reminds us not to value things that will not last for generations, or in Chinese, 万代. Today, we will look at the Chinese word for generations, or 代 in Chinese. The pictogram comprises of 人, which means man, and yi, which means a spool of string. The spool of string may symbolically mean that man acts on behalf of the string of his entire ancestry past, present, and future. Now let's explore the actions of the 4 World War II leaders across Wan Dai. Our first World War leader that we will talk about is Adolf Hitler. Hitler mesmerized and brutally united Germany from the ashes of World War I. His achievement to rebuild, modernize, and liberate Germany from the punitive Versailles Treaty was so dramatic that Time magazine acknowledged him in 1938 as Man of the Year. Our second World War leader is Joseph Stalin. He was history's most powerful dictator when he achieved absolute control of the Soviet Union, which grew to be the largest country, spanning 10,000 kilometers east to west, with 11 time zones. Our third leader, Winston Churchill, was the UK's greatest wartime prime minister, whose stubbornness to fight to the end misled Hitler to think he had a secret ally with Joseph Stalin. This made Hitler catastrophically abandon the German-Soviet non-aggression pact when he attacked Russia in Operation Barbarossa. Our final leader, Franklin D. Roosevelt, was America's president and the only 4-term president. He overcame many problems in his life, including the Great Depression and World War II, some even while being paralyzed by polio. He shrewdly maneuvered America to engage in the European theater of war and laid the seeds for his successor, President Truman, to form what we now know as the United Nations. This changed America's foreign policy forever away from isolationism. Although the 4 great leaders had a dramatically different ideology of fascism, communism, colonialism, and globalism, a common thread ran through these ideas, as they were all conceived and engineered by man. Hitler assured his people that his vision of the Third Reich will last 1,000 years, but Nazi Germany was completely crushed after a mere 11 years with over 5 million German casualties. Joseph Stalin ultimately died a very lonely man, with his wife committing suicide when he died in 1953. His successor, Georgy Malenkov, systematically removed all institutions that enforced Stalin's cruel regime of control. Churchill's leadership season was over after World War II, and he was considered to be a relic of the past when the Labour Party won a landslide victory in the 1945 elections. Roosevelt's political strategy catapulted USA to be a superpower after World War II. However, some historians argue that the culture of government intervention and spending, which started with Roosevelt, has cascaded to the current problem of USA's debt, which stands as of the date of this video at a whopping 22 trillion. We now live in interesting times where people are beginning to doubt the USA status, especially in a post-COVID world. We may very well be experiencing the wait-see of the world pivoting away globalism to a chaotic new era. This only illustrates the temporary nature of fame and power that will not last. Wan Dai, as warned in Proverbs chapter 27, verse 24. We hope that you have enjoyed this episode of Danger vs. Destiny. We will conclude in the final episode where we will contrast this to the actions of Joseph from Genesis, who was inspired not by ingenuity but by dreams. Remember to click the subscribe button, click the like button, and share this video with your loved ones. Looking forward to seeing you soon. Have a blessed day.